Pat, congrats on the pay raise. Can you just take us through, kind of how that developed? Was that anticipated? Has this been in the works for a little bit?
We talked about it before, but I think it's a testament to the ownership and the Broncos as an organization. We talked about it honestly. I want to be here. I want to be a Bronco. So, and they heavily invested into me as well, as much as I invested into them. So, it's an honor and privilege to be here still. So.
Okay, welcome to Cocktail Hour with DMac and Rachel V-Hill. What are we drinking? Oh, I think, we're kind of matching here.
We did. Heck yeah, we did it.
Wow. That's like the closest we've ever been right there.
I know. Cheers. We are having a mango coconut margarita.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Thank you, Cat Cave, for making this for me.
This is a move.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's really good.
Kim, these are good.
They're going to be added into the mix.
These are good.
They are really good.
Oh, wow. All right, what's the occasion? Why are we doing this?
I got back from Vegas, and I wanted another margarita. That was it. We don't have anything to talk about because, unfortunately, the Avs and Nuggets have both been bounced from the playoffs. We're getting ready for OTAs, which will start tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So it was a summer drink.
That is so good, Rachel.
Yeah, it is really good.
Wow.
10 out of 10. Happy to be with everybody on this.
Just putting the ingredients there. The ingredients are also in the description if you want to check below. And
I also post them every single Monday on my Twitter. DMac always reposts it. So if you ever want to join us and drink, please, the recipes are always there. So good, though.
Oh, my God. That is so good. Taking the edge off.
Was it a stressful day, DMac?
All right. Hold on a second. Let me see.
You did get $5 million?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. DMac, we need to love on the air to Justin Gaethje, White House Freedom 250. Justin Gaethje, local guy, fighting in that fight on the White House lawn. So, yeah.
Oh.
I think he went to UNC. I believe he's a Bear.
Okay.
So, there you go. All right. Let's get to Pat Surtain. You just heard, I actually have a little bit more from Pat Surtain. But, he wants to be here for life, forever.
Yeah, I think it means a lot. And shout out to the Penders. Shout out, to everybody that's working out, that whole situation. Because I just feel like, honestly, this team is something special, and it's something that I want to be a part of for years to come. So, and I told myself I want to be a Bronco forever. And, for everybody to trust in me, for everybody to see that, I'm a valuable piece, of this core of this team. So, I'm glad we got things to be able to work out.
Okay, Rachel.
Is Pat Surtain the best person on the Broncos?
The best person?
Or like the best player? Person is, person's the wrong phrase to use.
You mean a player? Like
the
best player?
Is he the best player on the team?
I think if you're just talking about pure football talent, and you're not ranking positions against each other for value of the position, yes, I think is the answer.
But I do think
question.
You kind of have to rank and value a position too.
Yeah, but I mean, if you do that, then Jarrett Stidham is a more important player than Pat Surtain because he's a quarterback, and that would feel ridiculous. Like the day of the AFC Championship game, it was more important that Jarrett Stidham had a good day than Pat Surtain.
Fair.
So, but that's how ridiculous things are in terms of the value of the quarterback. Okay. So, but if you're just talking like
pure talent,
position, talent. Yeah, Surtain, sure, of course. Okay. Yeah, and now he's being rewarded. What do you think of the deal?
I'm still shocked by it.
Why do you think of the deal?
This never happens in the NFL. Like, people don't just get raises. You get a new contract, but you don't just get a raise. And I'm a little skeptical. I'm not sure if an agent went and said, hey, look at where he is now, 6th on the totem pole, and he's technically the best. We need to either bump that contract and do a new extension, or we need to figure out a way to get him some more money. he said he wasn't going to hold out, and I do believe that he wasn't going to hold out, but I do think it's just weird. And when agents leak that kind of stuff, like, that tells me something. Something flicks in my brain, and it's like, well, why did the agent want this to get out? It could have just come out later on down the line. You know what I mean?
Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I totally know what you mean. It's almost like this is too good to be true.
I wish I got a $5 million pay raise just randomly on a Tuesday.
Well, here's what I was told, talking to a few birdies behind the scenes, that this was something that Surtain's agent and the Broncos agreed to when they did the deal originally, meaning they knew in the near future there will be several guys that pass him up salary-wise. And from what I was told, the agreement was, well, when that happens after a certain amount of time, whatever it is, we'll do right by Surtain, because don't forget, the Broncos, these are cash deals, Rachel. Yeah. Signing bonuses or restructures or things. This is cash.
Yeah.
Not
straight into his bank account.
Yeah, and that's what the Broncos, and that is why having the wealthiest owners in the NFL is so great. There is a seemingly unlimited amount of cash for whatever you need. Now, that wasn't always the case with the Broncos. Pat Bowlen wasn't like that at all. He had to borrow from his brothers and sisters and parents and, all sorts of people. Like, cash used to be a big problem for the Broncos. Well, that's certainly not the case anymore. So I think, and I know this sounds crazy, I think this was something that was agreed upon a long time ago. And then they've just been kind of, progressively working on it. I don't think there was any threat of a not being at OTAs. There was no pounding of the feet. I think this was something that was kind of quietly going on behind the scenes. And it just, the timing was the timing. First day of OTAs.
Okay, well, if that is the case, shout out to both parties. Right. Shout out to Pat Surtain being okay with that, because how many times can you get screwed over where a lot of people would be like, I want the money right now. The trust he has in the organization is impressive. And shout out to the Broncos on following through to give him what is most likely going to be an additional $10 million. That is literally a check that is written to him and handed to him and said, here you go. Holy cow.
Yeah.
It never happens.
Charlie's being a wise guy. Yes, all hail this valiant gladiator who will be fighting for the amusement of the Mad King. All right, Charlie, lighten up, Francis. But we're glad you're watching. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I don't know if there's really much more to it than that. That's what I was led to believe. And
wow,
I think there's much more intrigue in the palace about the Chris McFarland Avalanche, Predators thing. I think that there's a lot more going on there.
That is also wild that nobody really saw it coming. I mean, it got announced that he had dinner with the Predators. Boom. Then it was like he's signing a contract. Like, done deal. We're announcing it, the full thing. Usually there's like 24 hours between these things getting announced. Nope, not in this case.
No. Of course Rachel has a margarita.
I do.
Rachel has a margarita. It's her idea.
In the marga glass as well.
You want to tell us a little bit about your Vegas vacation?
Vegas was very fun. We won. We were the only one of our friends that actually came out positive winning gambling. Nice. And that's because we put $4 in and we won $110.
What?
Yep.
Slots?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
No, dead serious. So we probably actually gambled like $20-something total. But it was like our second time hitting the button and we won 110 and we said we're pulling out right now. That was it. So we walked away. Food was really good. Obviously super sad. I thought there was going to be a game 6 between the Avs and the Golden Knights, which would have been literally across the street from our hotel.
Yeah.
That was not the case, but still it was fun. Quite the glassware collection. I just got married 2 years ago and glassware was a part of our wedding registry. So that's why.
By the way, also, Rachel bought me this. That's how poor my collection was. But
that was a really fun adventure. I still have that vlog on my Instagram.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have 2 of these tonight. No doubt.
They're really good. They are really good.
Okay. I do have the super cringy Russell Wilson goodbye video.
I haven't actually watched the full thing, so
all right. I can stop it, or we can watch the whole thing. It's only 3 minutes long. It's not that long. But I can. Are you curious?
Is it worth watching?
I don't know, Rachel. I'm conflicted.
Just play the first minute. Just play the first minute.
All right, let's see if I can figure this out here.
I remember the moment I fell in love with football.
Oh, shoot. See, I might have too much stuff going on. You know my computer system here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if it reboots here. You know what? Maybe I should turn off a couple of things. I also have the Women's College World Series, Texas against Texas Tech on. Do you know the story with that, by the way?
Are you talking about one of the players?
Yeah, a couple of the players, actually. But, you know, there's a player on Texas Tech. She's making $1 million in NIL money.
No, good for her, though.
Yeah.
Did you hear that one of them, I think it was Texas Tech, if a ladybug lands on her, she eats it?
I heard that. Did you hear there was a pitcher from Nebraska who was 3 months pregnant while she was playing in the tournament?
Yes, I did, and she announced it right after. I saw that,
How
too.
about that?
Talk about some drama, man.
You're not going to beat that
Waking
one.
up before sunrise with my dad and brother. Deep post routes and moon.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No,
I'm
hold
sure
on.
it's
Just give me-
very Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Just give me a chance to like get out of a bunch of things. So yeah, we'll see if it pops up again. Sometimes I just have too much crap going on.
Are you a person that has a million tabs open?
I try not to, especially when we're doing this. I only have a couple, but that might be a couple too much. And I had the College World Series streaming in the background. See, usually when I do this, Rach, usually I just download everything way ahead of time. And so I'm good. And I was a little bit lazy on this one. You know what I could do? Hold on. I got a better way to do this. Hold on. It's a little more lowbrow for sure, but it'll work better. Let me get out of here.
Mason jars are perfectly acceptable. Mason jars are acceptable, but it is fun to have a nice little glass. DMac, Russell Wilson is irrelevant. As much as we all want to say Russell Wilson is irrelevant, he's not irrelevant. He's just not. He never will be. Everyone's going to wait to see if he gets into the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
So hit up the quantum fiber. DMac, get some fiber optic.
Tell me about it. All right,
First of all, that's expensive.
Yeah, hold on.
Gosh.
All right.
Dad and brother. Deep post routes and moon balls.
All right, I'm just going to get comfortable here.
That's where it all began.
That's where it all began.
But somewhere along the way, my love for football turned into more than just passion. It was an obsession. You've been my joy, my peace, my safe place. You taught me discipline, faith, and resilience. How to keep believing no matter the circumstances. You've given me purpose and opportunity. Opportunity to inspire others and create change. To continue to evolve the game, not just for me, but for the next generation of ballers. You've also given me the greatest gift of all. Family. Every coach who believed in me. You helped shape me into the man I am today. To Coach Carroll, thanks for taking a chance on the young 5'11" black kid from Richmond, Virginia that was told he was too small to ever make it in the NFL. We knew what winning was like. And to every teammate I've had the privilege of sharing the locker room with, thank you for the sacrifices, the brotherhood, the memories. None of this is possible without you. To every fan who supported me, through the highs and the lows, your belief, your energy, and your passion meant more than you'll ever know. To Seattle, you raised me. Not just all the wins and crazy loud games, but also the forever memories after we won the Super Bowl.
Your Seahawks, Super Bowl 48 champion.
But even more important, the kids at Seattle Children's Hospital, you gave me hope and belief in a better tomorrow. And hopefully, I did the same for you.
This is actually happening. This is awesome.
This is awesome. To our 4 beautiful babies, I hope I'm able to give you what my father gave me. That feeling, that dream for greatness, that belief to look at yourself no matter what the world says and still say, why not you? There will be moments in life where people tell you you're too small, too different, or just simply not enough. Don't let others cast their fears of greatness upon you. Keep your faith strong. Keep your heart strong.
That's my
Wake up
fantasy
every
baseball
day
team.
believing
I got a
you
story
can do
there.
great things. Because
Sorry.
greatness is already inside of you.
All right. I got some
As I enter
explaining
this
to do.
next chapter with CBS Sports and the NFL today, I'm so blessed to continue doing what I love most. being around the greatest game in the world.
My dad always told me, somebody to the sideline.
Dad, I thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for showing me.
I think we got the point.
I was waiting for you.
We got the point. Russ is Russ.
I was
Russ
waiting
did
for
not
you.
thank Sean Payton. That's okay. Titty sprinkles. We need to discuss that first.
I'm glowing now. I am in a fantasy baseball league.
Well, first of all, I applaud you because that is already exhausting.
Yeah, I'm in second to last place out of like 16 teams. I barely pay attention. I did it as I love the person who asked me to be in it. And because of the name of the league, Titty Sprinkles, I'm going to avoid telling you who got me into this league. It is a fellow media member that I'm good buddies with, but it was not this person's idea. This person said, yeah, this was the name of the league before this person got into it. But it's the name of a fantasy baseball league. So
okay.
It has
Network
nothing
program.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
First of all, hilarious.
Yes.
I love when we find out things like this about you.
Yeah.
Network pregame shows are unwatchable. Who cares? I disagree. I love some of the sit-down interviews we get from pregame shows. I love some of the talks. You have to have a really good pregame show for me to watch, but there's some good ones out there.
Yes, there are. Especially because we're on one. We should probably not talk that mean about them, but I love ours. How many drinks until we can hear your rendition of Love My Way? It's a new world. Dun, 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 dun. You're my soul. It's the time goes. So I don't think so. It's an 80s, Psychedelic Furs?
I do not. I don't know that song. Now I will know that. And I feel like we have a bunch of things from this show that are worth clipping.
By the way, I have a super nerdy football thing to get to in a little bit.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, you know what? I just closed out my stupid window on that. Oh, I'll get it back.
We got time.
Yeah. Psychedelic Furs. I mean,
I've never. I think that shows my age a little, unfortunately.
Oh. Love My Way, Psychedelic Furs.
Nice. DMac's best radio stunt was Poke Your Man in 1999. Epic.
I don't even remember that.
Apparently, it was your best radio stunt.
I don't even remember that one.
Drop the story time in the comments, please, and thank you. Are you excited for OTAs? Are you going?
I am.
Okay.
I will be there. What time does it get going tomorrow?
10:30.
10:30. Okay.
I'm supposed to talk at 12:15.
Yeah, I'll have to leave.
Yeah.
So
it's not like you're gonna miss much. The first 15 minutes are gonna be the most exciting, and then after that, we're all gonna be like,
what are you gonna be looking at?
Well, of course, we're all gonna see if Bo's there. That's like the number one thing everybody wants to know. Is Bo Nix gonna pop his head out? Is he gonna be on the field? Is he gonna be doing anything at all? That's what I've got watching. I'm trying to think. Like, OTAs are so boring. But it's like exciting because it's football and there's nothing else going on. So Bo's obviously top of mind. I'm curious to see how J.K. Dobbins is looking and if he's going to be chit-chatting it up with everybody like he typically does, since we obviously didn't
That's
get
a good one.
So I'll be curious about J.K., how Jonah looks with some of the veteran guys. Let's see, what other ones? Jonah
Coleman,
Ellis.
you mean? Not Jonah Ellis, but Jonah Coleman, you mean?
Oh, yeah, Jonah Coleman. Jonah Ellis, if he's actually working at inside linebacker, I'll be very curious to see as well. Will Marvin Mims be there because he's looking for a contract extension? I think he will be. He's not really one of those guys that I think would skip out on something. He's more of a team first kind of guy. What other
You're
things
missing a big one.
I am.
You are. You're missing this.
Jalen Waddle, I have a quick question for you.
Talk to me.
Later in your career or now, would you ever see yourself getting inside the ring and brand race?
Who am I fighting? Like, you gotta give me like who I'm fighting.
Anybody.
Pat Surtain. I beat the fuck out of him.
Oh shit, Pat Surtain.
Beat the dog shit out of him.
Oh my god. All right.
There's a lot more people.
It's a lot more people?
But that's just top of my mind. I beat the dog shit out, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's still so funny. I honestly have like it's a big deal that he's coming, but I think because it's already been like said and done, it's just like done in my head. Like, I don't know. It's not like we're going to see a ton out of him this week, and he's already chopped the dread, so I know that.
It led me. I got a. It's not a great picture, but I got a picture of him and Pat Surtain from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the dreads are gone.
Yeah, I know. Dreads are gone. Yeah, it's so wild because it just feels like it's been going on forever that he's been here. And this is the first time we're going to see him, which is crazy. So
It led me to one of my favorite moments of the offseason where I asked him about it, and he said,
And yeah, I still stand on what I said about Pat.
beat the book at it.
But if
So
anybody, they were roommates at Alabama. They were, I mean,
Makes the
they
team
were-
better as a whole, man. I just think bringing a guy like that, what he's able to bring and showcase, it's going to be exciting to watch. It's his speed, his playmaking ability to gem well with our receiving corps that we have, like Court, Marvin Mims, Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin, Jordan Humphrey. Like
A lot of young guys.
young with a lot of talent. So practice is going to be fun. It's going to make everybody better for sure.
Day one of full pads.
Yeah.
One-on-one period. Are you first up against Waddle?
Definitely.
Anyway, you get the idea.
Well, and I think that's what's really interesting. And I'm actually curious. Do you believe in the full like wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, or do you think that there's just your top guys and then the next tier?
Yeah, it's a good question. Waddle is making like $29 million a year. I forgot that the pay bump that Cortland got puts him around like 22, 23, something like that.
Yeah.
So I had forgotten.
He's also getting like $12 million on the first like day of the league year.
So I thought Waddle was making like a lot more than Court. I thought Court was more 17, 18. I kind of forgot that he was in, kind of into the 20s like that. So it's a great question. You're paying more money for Waddle. You used a first round draft pick for Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think you're going to get the ball to Waddle. I think he's number 1. I think Court's number 2. I guess Mims is number 3, I guess. But then, where does Pat Bryant fit into this mix?
Where's Troy Franklin?
Where does Troy Franklin work into this mix? And it just feels to me that Mims will be the odd man out. It's important to have a good punt returner, but you don't need the best punt returner. You just need somebody who's pretty good and reliable. Yeah. So I think if there's an early trade bait candidate out there, Rach, it would be Marvin Mims, because I don't see a scenario, as long as everything works out, where Mims is getting a new contract from the Broncos. You? Which
breaks my heart a little bit. I actually saw that I think it was Bleacher Report, put out an article that like Marvin Mims' contract extension was one to avoid, like for this upcoming season. And I think that's weird because we're sitting here talking about how like he's number 3 in both of our eyes. It goes Waddle, Sutton, 3, or Marvin Mims at 3. So why are we so easily willing to say goodbye to him? And it's because he would technically come on the depth chart underneath Waddle. But I'm like, I just feel like Marvin didn't get as many targets last year, but when he did, he was super productive compared to some of the other guys. But he's a little bit, I mean, literally a little bit older than guys like Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin. So I don't know. I don't want to let him go, though. I don't want the Broncos to say, see you later. And I think that this year is going to be a big, I'd rather have Mims than Franklin. I agree. I so agree. But I don't know if the Broncos see it that way. But you're also getting like a 2-for-1 if you keep Mims compared to just keeping Franklin.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings.
Oh, my God. That's tricky because Mims' contract is up. He definitely has value. Like Troy Franklin doesn't really have any significant value right now.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the most important thing. You need to win games, okay? So you need everybody, and the first 6 games are absolutely brutal. You get a little bit of relief, theoretically, at Carolina and in week 9 and then the bye week. And then if you look at the schedule, the next 5 weeks are definitely more in your favor. So, I don't want to chase anybody out the door if possible. Hold on, I'm ordering another one.
I just think I look at it back to the original question. I look at it as tiers, right? And in my eyes, it does go Cortland and Waddle are number 1 overall. Like, I don't think either one of those guys gets the number 1 title because come down to a 3rd and 10 or some situation, I think that the ball could go either way. I don't think it's going to be a shoe like it was last year where it's like, oh, it's most likely going to Cortland because he's the only guy available. I look at it as this tier. But I look at Marvin as tier 2 along with Pat Bryant, and then I look at everybody else as a tier 3. And that includes Troy Franklin. So that's where I'm like, it's like, do you just say goodbye to Troy? But you're right, he has no value.
Good problem to have. I got to show you. I'm going to try to share a screen again. Hopefully it works. There's no video playing, so I think I should be able to do it. Oh, shoot. And now I have to reset. All right, I'm going to reset real quick, Rachel. I'm going to be right back, okay? I'm going to be right back. I promise. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Somebody asking, DMac, are you a dog or a cat person? I'm assuming. I'm a huge dog person. I know my name's not DMac, but I'm a massive dog person. Mims made the big play that beat Buffalo. He did. I actually just rewatched some of those highlights from that game. Mims is a crucial guy. When he gets the ball, I personally believe that he's almost always going to make that catch, which is why it's super hard to walk away from him. I think it also comes down to how much the tight end room is involved in the passing game. If it's going to be more of a 50-50 when we have some guy who's out there for blocking, or if Evan Ingram's going to be heavily involved and Justin Jolie as well. So that will be interesting.
All right. I have my thing here. See if I can figure this out. Oh, no, I can't do that. All right. Have you heard about the NFL football power index, Rachel?
Like this one? No.
Yeah, it's super nerdy. And I can already tell I'm going to have some connection issues. So let me just show it to you really quick.
Okay.
So this is the rankings. And I'll tell you what this is in a second. But I just want to show you the rankings and show you that the Broncos show up there at number 15. Okay?
Yep.
All right. So just keep that in mind, and I'll explain the rest of this in a second. Best chance to win the Super Bowl, you got to look far right-hand corner. Broncos 2.6%, where the Rams are at 14.9%. Okay? And then most likely Super Bowl matchups, Rams-Bills, and the Broncos aren't even on the list. Okay? And then they tell you why they think that, what's this one? I didn't even see this one. Best playoff odds in each conference. Okay, so the Broncos are at 53.6 to make the playoffs. Not great, right? And it's like, why are the Broncos ranked 15th after being AFC's number 1 seed? And let me just read this quickly. One major red flag was the Broncos' 12-3 record in one-score games, a rate that is unlikely to continue. Also, like Seattle, Denver is led by a stellar defense. Plus, and even though that unit looks good, again, on paper, odds that it won't be quite as good. Plus, like Mahomes, there's some bonus injury risk baked in. Okay? So, and I'm going to shut this off because I think it's killing me. Now, this, of course, leads me to play what is a tradition here on Cocktail Hour. And that is
and
this.
It was like predisposed right at that, they always find a little bit more when they go in. And it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when.
Didn't have any predisposed issues. Man, my ankles were feeling really good.
He said he had one in high school. And then he said he had one at Auburn.
I don't think he really should share how many surgeries I've had in the past, to be honest with you. But because I don't, he doesn't really even know that.
So there you go. So
clip.
how I work that in every week. So what this is saying, by the way, here's the deal. This is your schedule mixed in with what the betting odds are per game that you have.
Yep.
And then they run like thousands of simulations on the season. Thousands.
Yeah.
And they come up with this football power index thing. So it's kind of where nerds, meet gambling addicts.
Yeah.
And that's what it's based on. So what they're saying is, based on the odds and the gambling on your team, thousands of times of reps, the Broncos are unlikely to win as many one-win games. So they're not going to get as likely, and there's major risk that Bo's ankle, despite a really good defense, will at some point negatively impact the team. They'll still make the playoffs by a 53% chance, but they're not going to do anything in the playoffs by the 2% chance that they'd win the Super Bowl. By the way, the Rams were number 1, at 14.9% of winning the Super Bowl, and the Bills around 10% were in second place of winning the Super Bowl. So,
okay. So I agree wholeheartedly that they're not going to win as many wins this year or one score games this year. We talked about that even when the schedule came out of that was tough to do. And that's a lot of the times it doesn't fall your way. I agree with that. I think they start the season 3-3, and I think that's going to be a tough thing to do. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to take a second to get everybody back into, to shape and to have that chemistry again and to be able to build. One thing I disagree with that article is they said it was based heavily on a really good defense, which the Broncos defense is really good, but I disagree because it was more often than not Bo Nix having to march down the field and do something miraculous for the Broncos to come from behind compared to just being up and the defense having to hold stand at the goal line or whatever. And that happened a couple of times, but more often than not, it was Bo having to march down the field and figure out a way to get them points. With that being said, that almost goes into what they're saying of if Bo gets hurt, they're completely screwed. They are so screwed unless they can figure out a way to make the run game be really, really freaking good. And that's also tough when you have a running back who could potentially get hurt and derail your season. And I don't think RJ Harvey is ready to take, 90% of the snaps, just like he wasn't last year. And also, I don't know about Jonah Coleman yet. I don't know what that trio is going to look like. So you have two injury front guys that will really lead your offense, and that is tough to do against that schedule to open up the season.
All right, let me take some comments here and we get some reaction. Well said, Rachel. Maybe our offense will be so much better we won't be in one-score games.
Those first 6 weeks,
okay,
that is tough. Those are all really good teams.
Yeah.
Wow, an NFL QB team is screwed without its starting quarterback.
My guy, Brian.
Crazy.
He's being snarky, spicy. Yes, indeed, Brian. They continue to look stupid and double down every time because they want to be correct so bad. The Broncos will have the last laugh. I got the Broncos making the Super Bowl. I do.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, but I've had that prediction for 2.5 years. I've more or less had that prediction since they drafted Bo Nix as a quarterback because it's the right time. Okay. And they got so damn close last year. Now, here's why
they got so damn close and nobody thought. If you would have asked us at the beginning of the season and would have said they make it to the AFC Championship game, everyone around you would have laughed.
Yes. Yes, because
it was pure, I don't want to say luck, but they just got lucky with the way things fell for them.
Sorry, got the cost. Yeah, listen, I thought what they would do last year. I thought they would I didn't think they would win the AFC West. I thought they'd make a wild card and win on the road and then lose in the next round. So yeah, 14 wins is it's unrealistic. Amazing. It's asking too much from any team in any given year. That's kind of just ridiculous. And really 15 wins. So really 15-4 on the season. That's an absurd record.
Crazy.
So I have them at 11-6 and maybe 12-5 if they can beat the Bills on Christmas Day. I forget. What do you have them at?
I have it at 10 or 11 wins too.
Well,
I haven't
make up your minds.
That.
Yeah.
I haven't solidified it. I got to see what they look like first.
Figure it out. Anyways, and I've always said you're more than welcome to change your opinion if circumstances change. I'm not going to hold anybody to I think this or I think that. And if everything changes or something significant changes, you're not held to the same standard. Yeah. It's fair to be evaluated on everything else. So listen, my prediction is based on a lot of stuff. First of all, Bo Nix
staying healthy.
Yes. If it's Jarrett Stidham, the season's over. So I am not against the Broncos pulling in some sort of veteran quarterback or anybody you think gives you a better option than Jarrett Stidham, except for Russell Wilson. We don't need that.
Gone into retirement. We don't have to worry about that. Just kidding. How many players come out of retirement nowadays?
I mean, there's been a couple, but Phillip Rivers.
That's still the craziest one.
It's pretty crazy. But I mean, Teddy Bridgewater was in retirement. He ended up playing in playoff games. I mean, it's not like it hasn't happened.
Fair. I have the Broncos going to a divisional game, and I think that's as far as they make it. Mainly because I think they're going to be playing on the road in that divisional game. So I think being at Mile High definitely helped. Like, I think if that game would have been in Buffalo, I don't know if they would have won.
The power indexes are about as useless as mock drafts. Well, I know what you're saying. And, we brought this up with Jeff Legwald today, and he surprisingly gave it quite a bit of credence because these are people in the gambling business. This is what they do. This is what they get paid to do. This is what they do. And in terms of mock drafts, you realize mock drafts get it right. If you look at the aggregate rate of mock drafts, now I'm not saying they get it right like every single pick in the first round, but it's all the same names, isn't it? It's almost always the same names. And for the most part, even if it's not the specific teams, they more or less go in the same order. Seriously.
Fair. I mean, I would say the top 32 names are more than likely 95% of the time the correct top 32 teams.
Those are the names more or less that get called out in the first round. So if the mock drafts are so terrible, why is it that the same names that are seen in mock drafts ultimately going somewhere in the first round, pretty damn close to where they think they're going to go? So I do pay attention to that.
I think it's interesting. I think when you really get down and dirty with the numbers and stuff of the NFL or sports just in general, it is fascinating what you can find out. That's been one of my things this offseason, has been deep diving into a lot more of the business side of things. It's so interesting how it all is this giant puzzle piece that has to come together.
What if Aaron Donald comes out of retirement to go play for the Rams? Oh boy. Well, I'd be surprised if he doesn't at this point.
I know, I would.
Why wouldn't you?
I would.
I mean, unless you have some serious health concerns that aren't obvious, but his workouts are.
That was my thing. Has he been staying in shape? I haven't paid attention.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, after the show, go. I mean, it's an interesting wormhole. The Aaron Donald workouts. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Yeah, the dude's in unbelievable shape. So yeah.
I would come out if I was him for the opportunity to win another Super Bowl.
I would too. You got Myles Garrett. Your team is ripe. Now, I'm talking about where the Broncos are favored, and we have talked about this. Remember, I told you in the mock drafts, oh man, like look at the Broncos next year taking 20, 22, 21. It's like, yeah, shit, that's not good. Yeah. But everybody thinks the Broncos were a fluke, Rach. Everybody thinks the Broncos got lucky last year. Yeah. And they're not really that good. Nobody is really believing in the Broncos this year. Nobody.
Agreed. I think, a lot of people are really skeptical, but I think also people are really skeptical because of Bo.
Because of his health or his abilities?
His health.
Yeah.
It's just the unfortunate part.
All right. I want to show you some stupid things here.
Oh, I love stupid things.
This is Cam Scattaboo.
Oh, this kid pisses me off.
Got grills.
He just does.
What's your thought on that?
I don't know. Even from last year, before I saw these, and I was like, "This irks me." Jonah Coleman also has the full grill, and I'm like,
"Okay,
why?"
What's your thought on the full grill?
It's ugly. I'm like, why would you put diamonds on your teeth?
Hey, how does that work? Hey, no dumb questions. Quoting my own show. Those
they
just
like clip in?
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah, they like clip in.
They're custom, but they clip in.
Correct. It doesn't, in my personal opinion, does not make you look cool. It makes me think you don't brush your teeth. That's just my personal opinion.
I don't know. I think
they're bad. I literally told my husband the other day, because I saw this picture, I was like, this kid drives me nuts. I'm like, he thinks he is the coolest son of a gun. And don't get me wrong, he's really talented at the game of football, but simmer a little bit.
Simmer down.
Too big of a personality, and I'm worried about that for Jonah Coleman too. Too big of a personality.
Know
your role.
I'm a little concerned about Scattaboo actually played in a college football playoff game, unlike some other people. Oh, that's Brian who hates the Sanders family. What do you think will happen to New York City if the Knicks win the NBA Finals?
I hope they do.
Oh, really? I'm rooting for the Spurs.
Nope, I'm going for the Knicks.
Why are you
Because it's
going
been
for
like
the Knicks?
how many years? 55 years or something?
I think since like 72. Yeah, something like that.
I'm all for it. Go Knicks. Also, how about Vegas?
And what do you think of that?
I am always, and people get mad at me for this, I always want to lose to the champion because then it was like, oh, nobody could knock you off. So I'm not rooting for them because I don't want them to, I don't want anybody to win. But also I'm going to be like, oh, well, we lost to the champion. What else can you do?
Well, my wife, Cat Cave, is downstairs watching the Colorado Eagles play the Chicago Wolves in game 4 of the Calder Cup AHL Western Conference Final. There's a lot of Avs on that team. Garrett Brindley's on that team.
Yep.
What's his name? Garrett Brindley? Gavin.
Yep.
Gavin Brindley. Trent Miner has been in net for the Avs before. Middleton, Keaton Middleton's on that team.
They called up a lot of people.
Jack Ashan was playing for the Avs in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Is on that team. So there's a lot. I agree with you about Vegas. I will feel better. Not that I'm pulling necessarily for Vegas, but I will feel better about things if the Avs lose to the team that wins the cup.
Exactly how I feel. I don't want them to win.
No,
I didn't want them to win last night.
But I want to know the Avs are close. Because I don't want a huge. Oh, I did find out, by the way, Jared Bednar definitely coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as
I didn't break that story, but the McFarland thing today too. I think he made a mistake, but
leaving.
I
think that there was some shit that went down behind the scenes that we don't know about, and I think something along the lines, Joe got the upper hand over something, and he was like, you know what? If you guys don't value my opinion, you value his more. I'm okay to leave. I'm okay to go back home.
The story is just weird. It's like
very bizarre.
First of all, you got to understand, Billy Haslam is the brother of Jimmy Haslam, who's one of the worst owners in the NFL. Jimmy Haslam owns the Browns, and their business are these truck stops, which they got from their dad, and they ran these truck stops. They've had 2 significant sticky situations with these truck stops. One was gouging drivers on some of their expenses to make them some more money. And another one was trying to undervalue their value of their company as Warren Buffett was trying to purchase the final 20%. They had shared ownership and he was trying to buy out the 20%. And there was some sort of valuing issue. This is getting too complicated for me, but it's just like, it's like shady stuff, Rach, like a lot of shady stuff. And this Billy Haslam guy was the governor of Tennessee for 8 years. And he just took over the majority ownership of the Predators last July.
Okay.
And Nick Saban is a co-owner and consultant with the team. So, and I'm just
football Nick Saban.
Football Nick Saban. Football
Is he
Nick
a hockey
Saban.
fan?
I don't think so, but he's a fan of sports. And so I think you got 2 guys who know absolutely nothing about hockey, who I get the impression Billy Haslam will be the hockey's version of Jerry Jones, meaning doesn't really know a ton about the sport in terms of the X's and O's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to see the press conference today. Loves the camera. And I think my guess is Chris has been sold a little bit false bill of goods, meaning, oh, you're the president and GM. You're going to get all the power. But
don't you think that's what he was lacking here?
Yeah, but he was also working with like a 5-star diamond Tiffany organization in the Avs that is part of the, the most successful ownership group in the world with sports, who works together with Joe Sakic. And supposedly the Avs were willing to go to a certain level to match whatever increase he was going to get from the Predators.
But that's why I just think that something happened when it was like your opinion got scooted down the list. And because why else would you leave? If they're going to if it was all about money and they were going to match it or raise it a little bit, you would stay. But if it's based on value of your opinion and your worth,
Yeah.
You're going to walk away if you felt disrespected.
Well, and I understand why he might feel like that because you got Joe and you got
Yeah.
Josh Kroenke, and I got it. But listen, this is just my take, okay? It's just my opinion.
Mhm.
I think he's being promised something, and
that might not work out. The grass isn't
correct.
always greener on the other side, folks.
Correct. And is it more money? Sure. Okay. And I'm not going to try to judge anybody on money. Most people would take jobs where they were offered more money. And I'm not saying Chris is like a bad guy or anything like that.
Mhm.
I'm just saying be careful what you wish for sometimes. And I just saw that press conference today and I was like, this Billy Haslam, man, I wouldn't trust him to walk my dog. And we'll see. I know you know what you get with the Avalanche. You know what you get.
Mhm.
You get a first-class organization in consultation with Joe Sakic, and it's all about winning and the whole thing. I'm not sure what you get there. North on Broadway, at the end or beginning of Broadway, however you want to put it there in Nashville, which is a really fun place. We'll see. Hey, listen, man, he's going to get a lot of money, no one way or the other.
True.
But to me, when I saw everything today, I was just like, all right, dude, I hope you're happy.
How long is Joe going to be the GM for?
I think he'll be the GM this entire year. I think they're deep into draft prep, which is happening here relatively shortly.
Soon.
And I think the moves the Avs had to make, this is why I'm rooting for Vegas, by the way. I don't think it's massive. I think it's small. And when I found out Bednar was coming back, I don't know if he was ever in jeopardy. Not really, Rachel. I mean, maybe they had a conversation.
Mhm.
But they also had Arsenal playing over in Hungary. They also had, unfortunately, the death of Claude Lemieux. And now we know why everything's been pressed back for this press conference because of Chris McFarland, obviously. So Bedsy's fine, which I'm happy about. I like Bedsy. I'm glad he's back.
Me too. I really didn't want him. I actually ran a poll over on social media and I was like, who would you rather have leave? And everyone said McFarland. So people like Bednar a lot.
That being said, there were plenty of people out there, plenty of Avs fans out there who were ready. Yeah. Yeah.
Done. See you later. I think next year is going to be very interesting. And I'll be interested to see what happens this summer if they give him an extension or not. Oh boy. That's a tough one. That is a really, really tough one to do.
All right, Rach, tomorrow we're out at training camp.
OTAs. Don't get ahead of yourself.
All right. I'm drinking. I'm
Definitely not training camp yet. Unfortunately.
By the way, I did send Cat Cave, hey, a second one would be awesome.
She said, get lost.
Hey, the Eagles are playing.
Yeah.
Pound sand.
She's like, maybe at the intermission. Maybe.
All right. Make sure you like and subscribe. I will see you in person tomorrow. Look forward to it.
Broncos, we're back, baby.
Okay.
Yee.
Bye.
And yeah, I still stand on what I said about Pat.